Hi there. I'm glad to see you've joined me again, folks. It seems you've caught me in a moment of contemplation. Welcome back to Blank Canvas with me, your friend, Rob Boss. Get comfortable and relax with me tonight as we are speaking with two very special guests, Madison and Gerard. Although you may know them as Maddie D and G Dizzle from the up-and-coming band BOIS NOISE. They're going to chat with us about their newfound rock and roll lifestyle while we do our signature magic on the canvas. But first, here's a cheerful little story from a young, lively band named Mango Tango. I'll see you on the other side, my friends. Oh boy, that was a lovely little story, wasn't it, folks? I was just warming myself up for our guest and decided to, well, paint a little picture. Let me just touch it up. Well, there we have it. I just love expressing myself on the canvas, and there's no better way to do it than with my friends. And that's you folks. Now, before we say hello to our wonderful guests, we're going to cut to another quick story. And this time, we'll be saying hello to fellow artist, Steve Brown. Enjoy. Oh, I tell you what, folks, nothing makes me happier than seeing a fellow artist find success. Whenever I watch that interview, I got to admit, I gently weep. Now, joining me on set are the two personalities of the rising band, BOIS NOISE. These individuals need no introduction, but welcome to the show, Madison and Gerard.
Thanks, Rob.
Now, guys, I'm so excited to convey your essence on the canvas, so let's get started, shall we? Now, Madison, tell me a bit about how you guys got your start in the music world.
Well, I mean, our family has been pretty musical for a while. Our grandma, she was in a rock and roll band, you may know it, Black Sabbath.
Ah.
Yeah, that's definitely a rock and roll band.
Oh, I think I'm familiar, yeah.
Yeah, and she actually got us a drum kit when we were 4 years old, and we just kind of smacked around on it, you know, and we ended up getting some good rhythms, and yeah, we just kind of went from there.
Okay. Now, Gerard, I've got to ask, your latest album, Shklabui, it is music to my ears. I've got to ask though, the name, Shklabui, where does it come from?
Well, it's actually an Irish name because we're an Irish family. It's not pronounced Shklabui, it's pronounced Westminster.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people get very confused by that.
I can see why.
In hindsight, it probably wasn't the best choice to pick something with such hard writing, but I think that really set us apart from a lot of other bands at the time, you know, having such a different sound, not even just musically, but also in terms of
Titles.
Yeah.
Now, gotta ask, why do you think people come to your shows? What do you think makes them come?
Well, usually we say that if you come to our shows, we'll buy you a pint afterwards, because we usually just play. Are you okay?
Sorry?
You're right there?
Just doing my work.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay, yeah, so, you know, we're mostly playing still local shows, you know, still at local venues, so that helps to...
Yeah, we're all about making friendships with our fans, and I think alcohol is the way to go.
Oh, okay, all right. Now, if you had to describe your music as an animal, what kind of animal would you say it is?
Probably like armadillo cross...
Probably cross a jackalope.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's more or less what I was thinking too, actually, yeah. Cool. So, do you guys find your music comes more from the heart or more from the soul?
What?
Is it, yeah. Should we keep...
I think that's a drill, not a paintbrush.
That's, yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Now, you guys have a lot of musical influences I can hear in the sounds of your lovely music. Who would you say is your biggest influence and who are you most like?
Well, we do take a lot of influence from, as I mentioned before, our nana was in Black Sabbath, but also we like a lot of modern influences too, like Ariana Grande. I think the two things they meld together very well to produce a sound that you know, people just haven't heard before.
Yeah. Now, I noticed you guys did spend a lot of time on the farm last year. Tell me a bit about that and how that shapes your music.
Yeah, so we spent a few months on that farm. It was pretty isolated in the middle of nowhere. There was a lot of like horses and animals and things like that. And that's where the album Hey Baby, spelled H-A-Y, get the pun. We love that. Yeah, that's where that came from. You know, it was just all. Now, if you had to sum up your band in 3 words, what 3 words would you choose? Finally.
Very, really good.
Yeah.
Very, really good.
Agreed.
Well, I must say, I don't disagree there at all. Not one bit. And you, Maddie?
Really very good.
Really very good. Oh, well, guys, I'm just going to... This is all coming together, but we're going to cut to a brief message from tonight's sponsor. Well, I put the finishing touches on this here piece. See you then, friends. Wow, well, wasn't that just a journey, folks? Well, I've been working on this here piece for a little bit of time now, and I think it's time to show our guests what we've come up with. Let's take a little look-see. And there we have it. Now, a lot of people like to say there's 2 sides to every face. I like to say there's 3. Now, you've got the dark side and the light side, which we all know about, but there's also a 3rd side, and that's the suicide. Right in the middle, where the smile dies. And as my old painting instructor used to say, the fine work is in the line work. Now, guys, that's all we have time for at the moment, and we'll see you next week for another spiritual adventure on Blank Canvas. We're talking to Robbie Johnson about his newfound children's show he's got putting together and his love of turtles. Until then, I'm Rob Boss, and I'll paint your picture, whatever the cost. That's great.